So there's a little rumor going through the MMA space right now, and it's getting propagated by both Alex Pereira and now Tom Aspinall. And that is the rumor that Alex Pereira wants to go up to heavyweight to win one more belt, and Tom Aspinall has stoked the flames by posting a little Christmas-themed photo of him and Alex Pereira at their press conference. And I want to talk about what an Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall fight means. Is that even a possible fight? And why the UFC would even bother making this fight. But before we begin, please consider a like, comment, subscribe. If you've already subscribed, please consider hitting the bell icon. It really helps me in the algorithm. Keeps you updated whenever I post. This is my second video of the day. I thought this was a fun concept. I wanted to do it. And we've already gained something like 1,400 subscribers just in this month. We were at 400 before the start of December, which is crazy. Thank you, everybody. But now, I want to get back to this rant. So, Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira. I don't hate this. Like, this is a gimmick fight, and understand that if this fight gets made, I never want to hear Dana White ever say again he doesn't like gimmick fights. Because who doesn't like gimmick fights? They're fun. This is a fun fight. Alex Pereira is a borderline mythical figure in MMA right now. Like, this is a dude who in 2 years, like, think of it like this. At the beginning of the year, he was the middleweight champion of the world. Now, at the end of the year, he is the light heavyweight champion of the world. The dude who beat him lost to a dude that got knocked out by him. Sean Strickland. Like, honestly, Pereira doing this proves just how weak middleweight and light heavyweight is. Or Alex Pereira has plot armor, which is also very possible. But now, him going up to heavyweight, do I think that this is going to happen? I think we're sitting at like a 40% probability. Because Alex Pereira has never, in the entire time he's been in the UFC, struck me as a guy who cared to build a legacy in MMA. Honestly, I think he came into the sport to get a bag. He built his entire career in the beginning to being the antagonist to Israel Adesanya. And we bought that. We bought that up. I would have never have thought that we, as an MMA fan base, would propagate to Alex Pereira over Israel Adesanya, and Israel Adesanya, the dude who can actually speak English, would become relatively hated. And Alex Pereira, like, he's one of my top 5 favorite fighters right now. I never expected that. But honestly, how can you not like the guy? Bro, in his fighting career, beat alcoholism, made the Glory Kickboxing Hall of Fame, the first person to ever do it, became a double champion in that sport, and technically is a double champion in MMA. Not simultaneously, but almost. 0 easy fights in his entire career. Aside from maybe 1, but I don't know if I would call that. Still is accused of having the fast track to the title. Yes, 100% he's been fast tracked, but he's fought the toughest people. His light heavyweight run is Jan Blachowicz, somebody who was already the champion, and Yuri Prochazka, who was also a champion. Beat both of them, and is now the champion of light heavyweight. The next fight that I thought for him was going to be Jamal Hill. I was getting excited because now we have Israel Adesanya teasing a return in 2024, and I believe that's going to be UFC 300. I even made a video earlier today about Israel's comeback fight should be Pereira. But honestly, I think they're going to do Israel versus Hamzat, and I think Pereira has something else in mind. I don't think Pereira cares to defend the light heavyweight belt. I think he sees potential matchups in Jamal Hill as not very... Bro, he didn't even care to call out the dude. He didn't. He called out Israel. The first chance he got to call out anybody in the UFC to fight him for the title at light heavyweight, he calls out Israel Adesanya. I understood it, but the UFC was not a fan of it. And Jamal Hill was pissed. Jamal Hill has a ruptured Achilles and isn't going to be able to come back for April. Alex Pereira wants to stay active. So what do we do here? Light heavyweight is stuck. Ankalaev is getting his third #1 contenders match against Johnny Walker again. Rakic is fighting Yuri Prohaska on UFC 300. Jan Blachowicz has a shoulder injury. Do you see the problem here? Unless we're going to give it to Khalil Roundtree, Alex Pereira is going to have to sit out, and I don't think he's interested in that. Alex Pereira is not that young, and I think he's aware of that. I think he wants to speed run a career, and he wants to get the biggest fights, the biggest challenges, and the biggest bag in the shortest amount of time. That is what his career has struck me. And I don't think title defenses are necessarily a part of that. I can see Alex Pereira wanting to go up to heavyweight to fight Tom Aspinall. And here's the thing, if he loses, you get credit for trying. But if he wins, honestly, I'm not going to say he's the greatest of all time. Like, no, he's not. I think defending your belt 10 times is more impressive than what Alex has done. But I'll be real with you. Alex Pereira will become a mythical figure in MMA if he's able to do this. So I understand why Alex wants to do this, but if you want to understand if something's going to happen or not, you first got to understand, like, what do people have to gain here? What does Tom Aspinall have to gain from fighting Alex Pereira? Tom Aspinall has made it clear he wants to be active. He wants to fight Stipe. He wants to fight Jones. He wants Jones to be stripped. He's gone as far to say that Jones has only ever fought middleweights, which is crazy, Tom. Don't take this route. You will lose if you're going to attack John's legacy. It doesn't work. But Tom wants to stay active. He is the rightful #1 contender, the interim champion. That has to mean something. And Tom can't fight the people he wants to fight. Are we going to keep him from fighting until September? Which is what it's looking like. Cyril Gane, I think, is going to fight Sergey Pavlovich because all of a sudden, Tom Aspinall wins the interim belt and now you want to fight the guy when we offer to give you a fight in France and you say no? Cyril Gane fumbled the bag. So that's why Tom doesn't want it. Almeida's fighting Blades after that snoozer performance they had with Lewis. So we have nobody to fight Tom Aspinall that's worthy at heavyweight. We have nobody who's worthy to fight Pereira at light heavyweight. Alex isn't going to get his Adesanya fight. I feel like is his only life purpose. So what do we do here? I think the UFC, why not? Honestly, I think that's what's going on in the matchmaking. It's like, why not? Maybe we can do this. None of this has been confirmed. This is heavily rumored, but I want to talk about, this is a fight you can make. This is a fight you can justify, because Tom technically isn't the champion. He is the interim. Alex Pereira is the undisputed of light heavyweight. You can make this fight. UFC 300, crazy things happen. Why not let's do something super crazy, and let's do Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall. Who do I think wins? I think Tom Aspinall gets it done. I think he gets it done fairly easily, actually. But if Alex Pereira wins, honestly, if you've had that crazy of a career, I don't even know what you do. Like, that's such a crazy thing that if it's done in MMA, winning 3 belts in less than 3 years, you could call it a career right there because you've peaked. There's no getting better. At that point, I believe Alex Pereira could beat John Jones because bro has plot armor. But if you don't like this fight, well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons not to like this fight. But tell me what you think about this fight in the comment section below. If you enjoy this content, please consider a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy my channel, hit the bell icon to stay notified. And with that out of the way, adios, guys.